Hi, everyone. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm back again with another numerology presentation, and we continue our series with the day and life path numbers. I hope you're having fun with these numbers so far. But if you are new, welcome aboard. You are exactly where you need to be at this present moment. There are no accidents or coincidences. I mean, everything happened in divine order. So, welcome. And again, it's all about self-discovery. This is not religion. There are no cookie cutter, methods to this numerology and, just learning about numbers. It's all about trusting your own intuition. So, you can gather your own piece to the puzzle, get your own perspective. And that way you can share your point of view with people and point them to, a reference or a source so they can see, what you see, and that way we can put everything together and really synergize and have this one mass primary focus going on, if that makes sense. So in other words, don't waste no energy out here. All right, guys. But at the end of the day, what works for you works for you. But it's all about self-discovery and learning more about yourself. But as we continue along with our series, we talked about the number 1, which is the leader. Number 2, the inward creator. Number 3, which is the informed speaker, communicator. Number 4, the realist, problem solving, the builder of order. And today we are talking about day and life path number 5. So this is the unending talent individual. And basically, when you talk about talent, this is complete freedom in action, as you can see above. And this is a highly illuminated one, free thinker, if you want to call it Christed, the Christ. This person here can really see the grand scheme of things. Very charming, charismatic, very talented, communication skills impeccable. I mean, very knowledgeable. Can these individuals, this is all based on my perspective because I'm speaking from experience. I'm a day number 5, so I'm sharing you what I know about myself and what other number 5s I witnessed throughout my life too. But in my experience, 5s are very charming. They can talk to, they can talk sweet talk anybody. They can warm any heart. These people are, multidimensional, multifaceted. The sky's the limit with the number 5 vibration, to be honest with you. And I don't want to, go too much, but I, on my soapbox, but I want to give you the information. But I'm also going to include some additional information down below, because a great teacher will always leave you with a source or some kind of reference. So you can do, be that student and do your own due diligence and be an expert, too. And that way you can, this is called proper scholarship. You can lead people in the right direction this way versus just throwing rhetoric or just, spoken word out there. Lead people to something tangible so they can see something too. And that way, we can really cover our tracks and really educate people the right way to draw out their talents and gift and its information, that's here available for us. Okay. But if we go from left to right on the presentation here, I have, this numerology quick reference guide. You can use this, take a screenshot, whatever you need to. But I have, going to the right, I have the Hierophant, and then we have the Empress, and then we have the this chart here that line you up with the number. So if you are number 5, this is going to line you up when it comes to planets and days. It's going to line you up with Mercury. 5 also can, will line you up. It has a little Jupiter energy too. But your day that will work for you, it's been working for me pretty well. Wednesdays are great. Saturdays are great too, but Wednesdays are great with that 5 vibration. If I sharing this with you, if I have a meeting, I'll try to schedule it at 5 or something that adds up to 5, like at 1:40. PM or 10 minutes after 4, something of that nature. You see where I'm going with this, but at the end of the day, I want to keep it in this raw essence. I don't make it complicated, but sometimes, you don't have complete control, but if you do have control, try to keep it in alignment with your core vibration, if that makes sense. But going back to what I have depicted here, But I have the Hierophant here and the Empress. So why the Hierophant? So when you really look at this, I'm just going to scratch the surface level with these two cards here. But this guy, he didn't reach the level and with the number 4, this person, laid solid foundation for himself on his square, have this throne. And, he's taking a break. People can see the fruits of the labor that led to this number 5. Now, with the number 5 vibration, you have a certain level of expertise, right? What, you have the fruit and you have a little extra to show, with a reputation that you can show people, the right way, and there's no right or wrong way per se, but it'll get them, results 80% quicker, right? Let's use that 80-20 rule. So, but this will get you 80% quicker. But this person here, if just scratching the surface level, they reach the level of elimination, of enlightenment, and they like the Christed one. If you look down below, it's nothing more than just mirror images of itself, because as above, so below. But looking down below, these are just itself, the positive, negative energy, good, bad, hot, cold, yin, yang, and each person has a key and has a path to choose. And when you take the righteous path, and and you using the law of correspondence to the fullest, and with the proper intention, you're gonna get those fruits from your labors, right? And you'll be able to show people and teach people from experience, and that really leads you to this level here. All right. But at this level here with this Hierophant, he's just basically showing people like, hey, I've been down this road. I'm gonna show you the way, because a 5 is a high vibration of the number 1, 3, and 5, and it leads up to the 5. So there's fire here. And this is like the Heru, Horus, the Christ. Like I said, this person has reached the level of enlightenment, and you see, there's more than meets the eye when it comes to, your reality. But at the end of the day, it's all about that number 5 is all about choices and making changes and living life through experiences. Okay. And the reason I have the Empress here, with this life path number 5 and day number 5, these people are connected with nature, the feminine energy. They also, as you can see, I made a joke in one of my presentations, I know she have this item in her hand, but I made a joke, like, hey, these people like to talk, they can rock the mic, and they can tap into the cosmos, as you can see. They're very grounded in tune with all the elements of nature and the heart chakra, and they love, they tuned in with the astrology too, so pardon me. But at the end of the day, this person is tuned in, with nature, with mankind and itself. And really, it's all about making choices and changes in life. You can do good or bad at the end of the day. But when you trust nature, trust yourself, trust your intuition, you're going to go down the path that you need for your soul's journey or your hero's journey. Okay. Let me get off my high horse here. But let's talk a little bit more about this number 5. Okay. So in my opinion, with this number 5, the number 5 is very, very, very talented. But when it comes to the day number 5, on the flip side, I don't call it downside, but giving you proper expectations here. But with the 5 energy, these people can be a little bit unpredictable and a little restless at times, because they do possess that high, strong energy here. You talk about Heru, Christ, whatever you want to call it, the sun here on Earth. These people have a high energy, and then they're have a high risk. They are high risk takers who hate being tied down, and they love change, travel, and adventure too. So 5 is all about freedom, flexibility, travel, change, choices and experiences. And again, 5 is a very socially popular, number, just like that number 3. Okay, number 1. And as children, they never sit still. That was me, and are into everything. Fearless and restless. They question everything. That was me. Okay. Going to church, asking a lot of questions. And 5 people can excel in many different fields, and can be exhausting to watch when small, because again, these people are all over the place because they want to know everything. Now, this energy is good at fixing problems, that others have really given up on. And one thing I wanted to mention about number 5, what made me so special on my journey is like, I can take what 95% of the population feel complex or complicated. I mean, I can, if I with proper study and discipline, I will be able to break it down to kindergarten terms, or in layman's terms, so people can really understand the message or the lessons, that's meant for them, because they want the information, but it just doesn't make sense, because if you're not used to a certain vernacular, it's hard to, it may be hard to take in other words. But this 5 has some unique qualities that can, shock people. Okay. That would make this vibration very special than any other vibration, because it's the halfway point between 1 and 9. Okay. Remember that, 5 is just that turning point, choices change in experience. And that what makes that 5, all numbers embrace this 5, because 5 is that turning point. Okay. So just remember, again, with a day number 5, dependency, being dependent on people is not a trait of a number 5. That, they don't deal with that at all, but they are, independent, and freedom comes more easily to them, especially, when they have material wealth to go along with the life to live to the fullest. Now, number 5 people generally anticipate challenges along their path and are able to accomplish, the most seemingly impossible, tasks, like I mentioned to you before. One thing about day number 5 person, they really need to cultivate some patience and tolerance, as they have a tendency to act and speak with haste and impatience. And that was me, and the lesson for the day number 5 person is that they must learn the truth, that true freedom can only come from within. I'm gonna repeat this 2 more times. One thing about a number 5 day, life path 2, really must learn that, that true freedom. We can chase the money, the material houses, assets, all of this, but at the end of the day, I would rather have I would rather love myself with less, right? Have a happy family, bills all paid, a little extra on the side, but no stress, no worries. I wake up when I want to. I move when I want to. I basically live like the rich, but, when it comes to their material wealth, you don't have all of that, right? But at the end of the day, you moving like them. You know what I'm saying? You can take trips because, you have a little extra after you pay all your bills, or, and then you can invest, but you still have that extra to move. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes less, you can make power move with less, you know what I'm saying? Without all the extra headaches, worried about these big buildings and employees and stuff. With less, you can make some power moves. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Trust me on this. I'm speaking from experience, guys. So let's talk about the destiny number 5 as we wrap things up. Now, the most common trait found in the destiny or life path number 5 individual is their ability to adapt and to change freely, as they are free spirit and have a sense of adventure, like I mentioned to you before, very curious, okay, throughout their lives. They have a desire to expand their horizon and gain insight into the lifestyle of their cultures, as they have a talent for finding common ground with nearly everyone they meet, and are easily, really easygoing people, happy-go-lucky, friendly, and very approachable. I mean, these people don't have no enemies, period. Now, one thing to remember, this destiny life path number 5 are highly inquisitive people now, who consider hands-on experience to be the best teacher in life. Now, many of them are deeply intelligent, philosophical, and spiritually minded. Remember that these people are highly intelligent. It's hard to get one over on a 5, okay? Because they'll go to that inner oracle quick on you. They'll take a breath and hit that inner oracle and see what that voice say within, and then they're gonna see who you really are. But as we close, guys, some typical careers for the number 5 in my experience, because I'm speaking from experience, you can adjust to any field. The sky's the limit. I mean, any number can adjust to any field, but you got to keep it to your core vibration, you know, either it be teamwork in any field, you know, just use the core vibration. But I mean, anybody can work in any field, but number 5, these guys can do anything. You can throw them in the middle of the woods. They'll come back with a big business or something. But speaking of business, they very business minded. These great entrepreneurs, CEOs, you name it, great with communication, lecturer, historian, great with, you know, real estate, you know. So these guys can, like I say, they can sell you your own dream and you'll buy it from them. These guys are that good. All right. But you're challenging my experience, you know, you got to finish what you start. That's me. That's the story of my life. But I've been working on myself. Honestly, I've been working on myself, and I've been reaping, you know, some fruits throughout my life, you know, but that can be something that can get on you from time to time. But start really, you know, finish what you start. Okay. And the purpose of your life really is to share lessons that you go through, because lessons are the best teachers, right? And inspire others to make the necessary changes in their lives, you know, because people are watching you, whether you know it or not. People are always watching, you know, always, you know. But the thing for the number 5, you need making positive life choices and decisions and learning life lessons through experience. When it comes to relationship, these people are very loving, caring individual. They love sex. Okay. They're very team oriented. One thing to look out for with number 5 energy, because there's a lot of energy here. And if they don't get it out, they're gonna find some kind of avenue, either through sex, drugs, you name it. But anything on earth is an addiction. But typically with a number 5, they lean towards sex and drug addictions. More than anything, in my experience, I've been there, to be honest, you know. But, you know, the main thing when it comes to relationship, these people, you know, have a great home, high energy, a lot of fun, a lot of talent, a lot of freedom, a lot of travel. But at the end of the day, give your children space and give your partner space with this energy, stability, attraction. And remember, with any number, when it comes to relationship, don't rush. You know, you must become what you seek. So if you want to have that, you know, fun loving, you know, money, goal oriented, you know, person, you know, you got to become that first. Do you have all of that? Now, if you say yes, now you need to plant some seeds, right? You can possess all of these things, but you got to put yourself out there, in other words. So meet new people, right? Talk to people. But with this 5 energy, you don't have a problem talking to people at all, unless you know you in your lower vibration. Okay. But like attracts like, become what you seek. And when it comes to parenthood, you know, these people are very committed, you know, supportive, and, you know, and as parents, you know, always be honest with your children, share your life lessons, expose them early, you know, with what you're going through. You know, even if you have to water it down some, but expose them to, you know, finances, how money move, you know, and that way, by the time they turn 18, they can function at, you know, like a 50-year-old, you know, versus just starting out the gate. They can already have all the tools in the toolbox, you know, and you know, you already gave them some practice exercises with, you know, like children accounts and stuff, things of that nature. And by the time they hit it on their own, they already have a perfect credit score and all this other thing lined up for them. All you got to do, sit back, maybe answer a few questions, and have fun and experience life the way it's meant to be experienced. Oh, man, that'll work. That will work. All right. But again, you know, when it comes to your children, remember with number 5, there's a lot of energy there. Give your children the mutual respect they deserve. It's not all about you. You're not always right. You know, all truths are but half truths. You know, in other words, there's 2 sides to every story, and everybody have their own perspective, you know, and that's called respect. So, but again, you know, your experience are life lessons to test you and for you to pass and to enable you to progress, you know, to progress along your path. Again, your experience are life lessons to test you and for you to pass and to enable you to progress positively along your path. Lastly, your experiences are your life lesson to test you. That's why you're here on earth right now. That's why you was born with this life path or this day number. And it's for here for you to test you. You chose this. And this, once you go through all these many series of life lessons, and once you pass that test, you will go to the next level. You will see signs, okay, that leading you to that next step. You will see fruit, and this will enable you to progress positively along your path. And this is the day and life path or destiny number 5. Always, always, always trust your intuition. Your thoughts, words, energy, and action always going to equal your results. Keep your money in check. And again, crypto is a great thing to do right now. Please investigate Coinbase. There's a couple coins out there. I'm not giving advice here, but I'm just sharing my personal experience. But this is a perfect time to look at other avenues of making money. Okay. You don't necessarily need a job. You just need an idea and take action. Okay. But again, I'll be coming back soon with more videos. I hope you enjoyed, my journey through the number 5. It was a little personal about me, but it's all about you and what you need, giving you the tools to, go through all the life lessons. But again, I will have references and some information below so you can, learn a little bit more about yourself and keep learn and practicing. Repetition is the mother of all skill. But again, this is Chris Thompson with Food for Your Thoughts. Have an amazing day. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.